Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of the One Chinny Family Podcast. I'm your host, D6 Herder. We got a special episode this week, and let's waste no time and start things off. As of our recording this, tomorrow is a birthday of one of our own. Tomorrow is Honey's birthday. She's unable to join us tonight, as she is working. But Honey, if you're watching this, then we wanted to wish you a very, very happy birthday, and I hope your day goes and
Yep.
went well.
Happy birthday.
I am planning on working something for you, but it's not ready for tonight, at least when we're recording this, but hopefully it'll be ready by then. Anyway, let's move on to the rest of what happened this week. Well, the last 2 weeks, because we didn't have an episode last week. And one of the bigger things is the recent release of Pokemon Unite on the Switch. And apparently it's the reception's been pretty good. Contrast to how the announcement went last year.
Yeah, like, I've heard good things from people who've played it. I'm still probably not going to play it because I don't care about it, but
I mean,
it's really just, I don't care about MOBAs, so I'm not going to play one.
that's fair. Yeah, I'm probably not going to play it either, but it's good to see that people are enjoying it regardless.
Yeah,
So it looks like it is going to have a successful future on its hands, which is good.
yeah, probably. Yeah.
Alright, then moving on to Pokemon Go. A lot of stuff has happened since we've last talked.
Huh?
Go Fest happened last weekend. That was actually really good. I actually very much enjoyed that. I was impressed, given the gripes that I had with the game. But then during Go Fest, there were plenty of challenges that players had to complete to unlock some new events, and all of them were achieved. So we're getting all those special events. Starting things off with a big Ultra Unlock thing. Part 1 being Time, which is active now, and will run until the 3rd of August. This can be featured Pokemon from various eras, and those will add Shiny Dialga to the game. Part 2
Ah,
Part 2 will be featuring Space, which will start on the 6th of August and end on the 20th, and those will feature on regional exclusive Pokemon, and it adds a couple more shinies like Heracross and Palkia to the game, along with a third part, but details have not been given yet.
I Heracross.
Yeah, apparently,
But
that,
like Palkia I get because that but because that had a link to space, but Heracross is just Heracross.
apparently it's a regional exclusive in the game. Like, I have not found a single one
Wait.
here.
I just assumed that they meant regional variants. Oh,
Now,
see, see. Sometimes I forget that the word region is actually rooted in real life because I associate I associate it so much with Pokemon.
okay, fair enough.
So when you say regional exclusive, I just assumed you meant regional variants like Alolan Farms and Galarian Farms.
Oh, I would have been a lot more excited about it if that were to be the case.
Oh, okay.
But regardless, and finally, August Community Day next month is going to be featuring Eevee and will be lasting 2 days as opposed to the regular one. Probably because of just how many evolutions Eevee has.
Oh yeah, like that. Like there will be like you need to get shiny Eevee, and then you need to get 7 more shiny Eevees to and evolve them all.
Exactly. This is exciting for me because I kind of missed out on Eevee Community Day. I only got the one from last year, but that was because I stayed at home, and that was when I was not as active in the game. So this is a repeat that I don't mind. John Bender on the hand from a couple months ago, I had a problem with. But Eevee, I don't mind. Who doesn't love Eevee? But anyway, moving past that, quickly touching on Pokemon Sword and Shield, as a new raid event has started, and this one is going to be focusing on the fossil Pokemon, with the chance to get shiny Armanite, and this will run until Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time.
I'm probably gonna immediately forget about it, like I do most raid events.
I mean, some of the ones have been just okay. Like it's
Yeah.
clear, like it's clear that support for Sword and Shield is slowly starting to come to an end, at least with the raids.
Yeah, like the all the raid events are just really random now.
Yeah, like, and
Like,
apparently the standard cycle hasn't been updated in a while, so it seems like
uh,
we're starting to start that transition from Sword and Shield to Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl.
I'm not sure it'll be brilliant BDSP at the next main game. Pretty sure the next main game is, or rather pretty sure the next main game with like that's gonna be completely like supported all the time is probably gonna be Legends, to be honest.
Who knows at this point? Like,
Because
we still haven't gotten any new information about those games.
yeah, I know it's really weird, but like BDSP like isn't made by Game Freak, so I don't really feel like it'll get the same support that Sword and Shield again.
We'll just have to wait and see because, like I said, we haven't gotten any new information. Like like the Pokemon Center is gonna be offering a pre-order bonus, as if you pre-order there, you'll get some Sitting Cuties plushies if you pre-order on the site.
Oh shit! I love setting cuties plushies. Or rather, I definitely want one.
Yeah, like I went to check the new releases on the Pokemon Center like a few days ago. I saw BDSP at the time. I was like, "Oh shit, did something happen?" But no, it was just a pre-order.
Yeah.
It's funny that they're saying that there's gonna be an Arceus Sitting Cutie when there isn't even one made yet. Like all they have is just a silhouette of Arceus on the website
Mm.
with the text saying "City Cutie Splash image coming soon," which is pretty ironic.
Yeah. A lot of these these setting cuties plushies are really funny because they're there for like every Pokemon, right? So or at least most Pokemon. So you get Pokemon that really don't really suit plush form being plushies.
I
Like,
mean, they just released shiny Mega plushies earlier today with Mega Gengar and Mega Rayquaza. Like, I'm not even kidding.
me-
There are plushies of shiny Mega Gengar and shiny Mega Rayquaza on the Pokemon Center now.
Mega Gengar can be a plush because it's round and comfy and you're able to hug it. Mega Rayquaza is a long snake. That seems really hard to hug.
Holy crap! Apparently, it's 45 1/4 inches long, according to the Pokemon Center.
Holy shit.
That's big.
Yeah. I definitely want them to do like a life-size Rayquaza plush.
That would be impossible and expensive.
Yes, but it'd be funny because Rayquaza is 23 feet.
Yeah, like good luck trying to fit that in a house.
Also, or even better, 35 feet 5 inches for Mega Rayquaza.
Oh gosh. Again, good luck fitting that indoors.
To be fair, you probably could if you just, cause like, it's a snake, so you just roll it up.
I mean, it had. We're thinking too deep into this.
Look, I just think that'd be really funny to have a life-size Red Rayquaza plush.
It would be funny, but not very practical.
True.
But the novelty would be hilarious.
Exactly.
But anyway, getting back on track here, as today for today's episode of Pokemon Journey started the two-part special featuring Darkrai and Cresselia and the long-awaited return of Dawn.
Yes.
Kalum and I just watched the episode before we recorded, so it's still very, very fresh in our minds. So, what were our thoughts on this episode?
Um, it was really good. Yeah,
Yeah, that it was fantastic. This episode,
it was really.
it felt more like a build up for the second part, which is definitely gonna have all the crazy stuff.
Hmm.
But like,
Yeah, definitely. Like Ash and Dawn didn't even meet in the first part, so
yeah, exactly. Although to be fair, just like the first episode of Diamond and Pearl, they didn't meet until like episode 2, and
oh yeah,
so it's like that's just like there are so many similarities to the beginning of Diamond and Pearl in this one single episode. It's crazy.
oh yeah. Koharu starts exactly the same way Dawn did,
Yeah, like
and it's from one of DP. Um,
and Chloe and Dawn were arguing for a little bit until they came across. Uh, what was it again? So many things going on in my head. With I'm still trying to process this entire episode. They came across a rampaging Rhydon that was having a nightmare,
yeah,
and that kind of broke up the argument.
yeah.
But like, and we saw Evie during the battle use Copycat, but Chloe still doesn't know that Evie knows Copycat.
Even after that one guy in the Vaporeon episode, when Evie used Copycat, he was like, "Oh, that's Copycat," but like, I don't think she heard that because it didn't show her reaction. She would just like she just goes, "All right, Evie, use Hydro Pump," and then this episode it was bubble beam.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
when asked about how he does that, she just avoided the question.
Yeah, exactly. So
Like,
that was kind of funny.
like she could very easily go on her Pokédex phone and go, "What the fuck is this?"
Still a novice trainer.
Yep.
Like,
Yeah.
I feel like we discussed this earlier, but like, I remember touching on whenever in the early episode when Chloe would eventually meet Dawn, then she would probably be interested in some way of going to witness a contest. That actually happened in this episode.
Yeah.
It's kind of minor as that got Chloe to set off, but she got sidetracked. But
Yeah.
like the fact that that happened, like I give myself a pat on the back. I'm pretty proud of that.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's not that major
No,
because
honestly, the thing that worries me though is, are they going to make Koharu a coordinator?
uh,
Because I don't want that.
I mean,
Like,
I don't think we'll see Chloe have a set goal by the end of part 2 next week, but I think with her witnessing a contest, that'll help explore and further expand her interests. Like
yeah, like
maybe not win
I
entirely to contests, but it'll at least give her an idea of how she should be raising her Pokemon. You know?
yeah, I hope that's the case. But they also had that scene where Dawn was like trying to get where Dawn was going, "Oh no, you need to enter," and stuff. And it's just like, I don't. There comes a point where you just need where the writers just need to stop making the female protagonist or the female characters in Pokemon do contests, and like Serena counts because showcases are shitty contests.
Yeah, like I think I pointed this out on Twitter a couple days ago, but I was like, you know, the entirety of showcases are kind of like just an expanded appeals round of a contest.
Oh yeah, that's what they are. But they also have shit in there like, oh, cooking. Yes, cooking, and also they have other tasks like making bread.
Yeah, those parts were kind of lame.
Yes.
But we got getting back on track here. Like, and also on, I do want to comment back on the very beginning of this episode, where Professor Cerise mentioned that he and his team were taking care of an egg that is preparing to hatch. But
Yes.
notice that we never saw the egg during this episode. So it's weird.
No.
They're hiding something. They're hiding a buildup for someone to receive this Pokemon.
Yeah, it's
And
probably gonna be Kaharu
yeah,
because
I do think that
because
this,
she only had Eevee at this point,
yeah,
even though she should also have Yamper, but um, she currently she only has Eevee. She's well overdue a second Pokemon.
yeah, exactly. But now this has me questioning about what kind of Pokemon this could even be. Like, could it be something from the
Yeah,
center? Could it be something from the center region, perhaps?
maybe.
Like, I think one of the starters is very unlikely, and it's tough to say because there's not a lot of single Pokemon that would fit Chloe all that well. Maybe the closest I can think of is maybe a Bazoo, because I could see her working with grass type Pokemon.
Yeah.
She
Although
gives
we did see Badoo in this episode, which
yeah,
makes me
yeah,
think that it's
true,
not gonna be that.
true.
Um, hmm. It could be a single Pokemon. It might not be.
It could also be something that's found in Kanto or maybe somewhere else.
Yeah.
Like I said, we literally did not see the egg at all, but
It could just be a single starter. Let's be honest. Like probably not Piplup because Dawn appeared right here, but
I
it
th-
it could be a Chimchar.
I think it could actually be Turtwig if it is going to be the starter.
Yeah. Like I love Turtwig, but like I really like the idea of Gaharu just slowly building up an army of more and more hyperactive Pokemon. So she already has this hyper Eevee, but what if she also has a hyper Chimchar?
I mean, that's a good point, but I don't know. Like, I just don't really see the connection of her having the Chimchar. Like,
Mm,
I feel like I don't know. I feel like having another character have Chimchar would, to me, would kind of sour the legacy a little bit of Ashes and Fernie, but that's just my opinion. And I
I
feel,
don't really think so because you're gonna have like a million Chimchars in the world. Like just
yeah,
because a main character has a second one doesn't like it doesn't devalue the story that Ash and Penny went through.
yeah, true. But like, I don't know. Like, I just feel like
Like,
I personally am leaning
mm,
toward Turtwig for Chloe, but that's just my
mm,
opinion. But like,
mm,
but I do feel like she has a better chance with Chimchar over Piplup. Like you said, that really belongs to Dawn.
yeah,
Although Piplup is definitely probably the most iconic Sinnoh starter because of Dawn in the anime. And I imagine that they'll probably give one of the
like
main, and I have a feeling with this egg they'll give it to Chloe, have it be a Sinnoh Pokemon, which can tie in for more BDSP promotion.
yeah, exactly. Like that's why I think it's going to be a single Pokemon.
Yeah.
Um,
Now that I think about it, the more I feel like having that egg be a starter makes more sense. Because
yeah,
because when Heart Gold Soul Silver were new, they did exactly
yep,
that with Dawn and Cyndaquil.
yeah. Which I really doubt we're gonna see any of Dawn's Pokemon apart from Piplup, but like I just want to see some of them.
Yeah.
Like,
I think there's a chance we'll see it next week, but
eh, I feel like they're only gonna show Piplup because they only have so much time. I don't really have time to go. Oh, here's Dawn's like here's Dawn's Quilava or here's Dawn's Bernieri or Patricio.
Yeah.
we're definitely not going to see Baniri, because the moment Baniri appears, they would have to do the whole thing with its crush on Pikachu.
Yeah, and I just don't think there's enough time with what this
Y-
episode is shaping up to be to fit that in.
Yeah, exactly. Um, like,
It's tough to say. It's
because
tough to say, really.
and it's the same with Pachirisu, because you can't send out Pachirisu without Pachirisu going hyper.
Yeah.
Like you can do Quilava, I guess. Like Quilava kind of lost its personality like upon evolving, so like you can do it. So like, they can do it with Quilava or Typhlosion. Like I don't know. They can they could probably do it with like Quilava or Togekiss or Mamoswine.
Like if Dawn really is going to
Mamoswine probably most likely, I'd say.
yeah, I'd say Mamoswine as well. But like if Dawn really is going to use another word for Pokemon, on one hand I would like to know, but on the other hand, if it's going to be something actually new for her, then I don't want it to be spoiled.
Yeah. Yeah, like if you use these a new Pokemon, then that's awesome.
Like I would want
I,
to
I
witness
feel
that
like
while
I
watching the
feel like
episode live, not have it be known
yeah,
before I go in. You know?
yeah. I feel like it's going to be only Piplup, but if it's not only Piplup, I expect Mamoswine too, just because Mamoswine had always kind of been her house, I guess. And
Yeah.
if she's fighting Team Rocket, it makes sense to use Mamoswine.
Although to be fair, I can imagine her using Togekiss because Darkrai's being involved in this. So Fairy type against Dark type, that would kind of make sense. But on the other hand,
Yeah, but she's
Mamoswine's more
not battling Darkrai.
true.
She'd be battling Team Rocket,
Yeah,
and they seem to have,
a lot of poison
and it
types.
seems to be the same people from the resort episodes. So it's Toxic Roach, Stuntank, Perugly, and Rhyperior.
So 3 of those 4 Pokemon are weak to Mamoswine. So like,
Oh, yeah, you're right. Actually, yeah, didn't even think of that.
so like,
But yeah,
yeah, I think Mamoswine definitely has the best shot if we are going to see another one of Dawn's Pokemon. Obviously,
yeah,
the ideal situation is to see them all, but I don't think we're going to be seeing them all in this episode
we don't have time really.
because we didn't see all of
Like,
Iris's Pokemon when she returned.
no, we saw Emolga,
Yeah,
and that was all they had time for. Like, we also saw Excadrill in the flashback, I guess, but did that count?
not really.
Yeah. Like, cause it's like in the Infinity episode, they really didn't have time to show Ash's Pokemon for that long.
Yeah, true.
Even though Bailey should have 100% tackle dash.
Oh, absolutely. That was a missed opportunity.
Yeah, like I think the only time Bailey hadn't seen Ash and tackled him.
Yeah. Like, speaking of... Actually, that brings me a good point, because... as we talked about plenty of times, and it looks like this is going to happen. It looks like this special really is going to be shaping up to develop Chloe's character.
Yes.
Because, as we stated, this first part is building up for the second part.
Yeah, it was mostly focused on Dawn and Kara.
Yeah, them getting to know each other and plot build up.
Yeah.
Which, can I just say, I'm kind of surprised that we haven't seen a still flashback in this episode at all. But like,
I assume we'll
like,
see one next week because
yeah, I
that's
think
when
I
Ash
think
and
we
Dawn
will.
meet.
Yeah,
Because I assume that it'll be like Ash and Dawn meet, and then they're like, oh, and then like one of them's like, oh, I used to travel with them, and then like while they're saying that, we get like one still of like Ash, Dawn, and Brock being in Sinnoh, like we did with Unova.
exactly. So
I
like,
assume that's what it'll be.
but then again, you can't really expect it for this episode because Dawn doesn't know that Chloe knows Ash,
Yeah, exactly.
and vice versa. Chloe doesn't
Yeah,
know that Dawn knows Ash, so
yeah.
you can't really put two and two together.
Uh,
But the callbacks to DP that were put in place were really nice, actually. Like
yeah. Like they're really.
they're very noticeable and quite obvious,
I
but
wouldn't really even say that because they're not. Like the callback was like the callback like no like was rather most of the callbacks were just, oh look, Koharu is doing what Dawn did in episode one, but like it's been a while since episode one. A lot of people aren't going to realize that.
true.
Um, although the Johanna callback was very obvious,
Yeah,
which it's really cool that I don't know if Johanna's voice actress is like a regular on the show or not, but that was like but they definitely got her voice back. So
yeah.
like I don't know if they got the voice actress back because she left, or if the voice actress just worked on the show anyway and they were like, hey, play Johanna.
Who knows at this point?
Yeah.
I didn't see the cast list for this episode, so it's tough to say.
Hmm.
No, because I've been off Twitter all day because I wanted to
Oh yeah.
avoid
Yeah.
spoilers for this episode.
Yeah.
If I haven't even tweeted about it, shortly, pretty much immediately after we watched it, we started recording.
Yeah.
I was surprised, but also not surprised to see Johanna. I was definitely excited to see her, but at the same
Yeah.
time, it
But
makes
like,
sense. It makes sense that we get to see her in at least this
yeah.
episode. I don't think we'll be seeing her next week because
No,
why would they? Why would they?
I think that would all we. I think that was all we're gonna see of Johanna.
Yeah, I do think so too.
But like, I think next week is gonna end with Dawn at that contest
Oh,
because we had
absolutely.
cause we had that shot in the promo, right? So
Yeah, I think this episode, next week's, will definitely end with the contest.
yeah, and I think yeah, they don't have time for Kohara to enter. Come think about it.
Yeah, they don't. Even if she did want to.
They're gonna end with like Dawn doing her appeals round or something, and then like Ashko and Gaharu are gonna be watching, and then the narrators uh is gonna chime in with something, and then the episode's gonna end.
Yeah. Also, that actually brings up a point because we've seen because I'm gonna go back to Iris for this thought because prior to the episode airing, we were debating about whether or not she was actually going to be a champion. When
And then they revealed it and like
yeah,
and like
exactly.
and an interview.
So do you think that possibly we could see a repeat, or could we still see Dawn working to be a top coordinator for next week?
Um.
Because the possibility is there for her to be a
It's,
top
it's
coordinator.
definitely there, but also the fact that she's still doing contests in Sinnoh. Hmm. Yeah, we don't know. We just know that she's because they mentioned in this episode that she said she'd been to like every contest hall in Sinnoh, along with Ho and Yudava
And Johto.
and Johto. Now in Black and White she did not come there for a contest, did she?
No, she did not.
So that tells me that she went back to Unova,
Yeah,
and also she went to Johto for the Wallace Cup.
exactly.
So that tells me that she went back to Johto as well.
Yep. So it's possible that
After that also tells us that contests exist and
they probably just made that up for developing Dawn's character or something. I don't know.
yeah, no, definitely, but
But this does give me the thought of Dawn's entering this contest because I was probably asked to make a guest appearance at it, instead of actually participating for a ribbon.
Yeah,
So it's possible
that would
that
be cool.
like
Like, like it would be really cool
why would she
if
be entering a contest in Sinnoh again after she's been to 3 different regions to participate in contests? There's got to be
yeah,
more to
no,
this.
yeah, like they'll probably just go, oh, and here's the exhibition up here or whatever. Oh look, it's Dawn. He and the latter go. He was the runner-up to the in the Senno Grand Festival a while back. Or they'll go.
Oh god!
Or
Oh
they'll
god!
go. Oh look, this is top coordinator Dawn.
Oh god! Could you imagine if we get a flashback to Dawn's battle with Zoe at the Grand Festival next week, when we do
Oh
get to
my
the
god,
contest?
that'd be awesome.
Like we got a flashback to Ash's battle with Paul in the Cinematic when we saw Infernape.
Yeah, we did.
The possibility is there for us to see a similar flashback with Dawn and Zoe.
That is true. That is very, very true.
So like, not only do we have the possibility of Dawn possibly being a top coordinator, but also a flashback with Zoe.
Yeah,
Boy, that's
that'd be
all.
awesome.
That's all for the contest part of the episode.
I said they don't have time to do a flashback to Zoe. Let's be honest. Like the contest part episode is gonna be of it, and it's gonna last like a minute, cause like they have to do all the Team Rocket stuff. And with all that build up, it's gonna take up most of the episode.
Ugh. They're cramming.
So they really don't have time to do any sort of flashbacks to Dawn being in the Grand Festival. They don't really have any time for flashbacks
Yeah.
for
Because they're cramming
they really only
they're
have
cramming a
time
lot.
for
They're
like
cramming a
one
lot into this
flashback.
episode. They're cramming a lot into this
Yeah,
episode.
yeah,
Like I feel like they're cramming almost as much as what we got with Alola, like many months back. So
Alola managed to pace out fine though.
yeah, and I imagine like with what we've seen so far, especially in this most recent preview, I do have hopes, but and part of me is skeptical that it's gonna pace out just as well. Because this episode definitely felt a lot more laid back.
Yeah,
It's, at least compared to what's coming next week.
yeah, definitely. Cause the episode ends kind of like Dawn of a Maiden Voyage, where it's like, wait, no, wait, was that even in Dawn of was that even in episode 1 or was that episode 2?
Say that again?
Oh, DP, was that in episode 1 or was that just or was that just episode 2? Because I know he wasn't in most of episode 1.
He made Ash made a cameo at the end of the first episode. As
Okay,
it's kind of like and the ending of the first episode to DP was kind of like a transition into episode 2.
okay, right. So
So they're doing
it was
that. They're
episode,
doing this exact thing with this special.
yeah, yeah, like it was episode 2 of DP. They ended with like Ash and Dawn running and those two shots like on the black background where they had like the one square with Ash and Brock running and the one square with Dawn and Petal
Yep.
with Dawn and Petal running, right?
Yep.
Because the ending of today's episode kind of reminded me of that.
Yeah. And that's
Because
just
they
on
had
top.
the whole,
That's just on
because
top.
they had a screen with Don Kaharu running towards Cresselia and Ash and Go running towards the fort in general.
Yeah. Well, granted, they were searching for Darkrai in the entire episode,
Yeah,
but it was clear that the Chloe and Dawn were the main primary roles for this episode. Ash and Go were just kind of secondary
yeah,
as they were trying to figure out clues on where Darkrai is located.
yeah. Also, Ash mentioning that he'd battled the Darkrai was awesome.
I know. I did not expect that.
It was it was a low-key reference to Tobias.
You mean to a bitch
And
ass?
then was it?
You mean to a bitch ass? Come on,
Uh,
when you're talking about him, you gotta throw shade.
I do, yes, but yeah. And then later on, um they reference that Ash knows that Creselia's wings or feathers, whatever,
Yeah.
can cure Dark Ride nightmares. Which
Although to be fair, Ash knows
we either
about.
know that from Ride of Dark Ride or that one filler in DP.
Yeah. Although how many of the movies are canon though? Like, let's be real. Not much. It's
Ride of Dark Ride is actually canon because Dawn has the lunar wing in that one filler.
huh. Whatever.
Like they actually did canonize Ride of Dark Ride.
Couldn't I don't remember then.
Oh, and also Lucario and the Mystery of Mew is also canon because Ash recognizes a Malian Lucario.
True.
Adi Lucario.
True. I forgot about that.
And also Hero is canon because when Tobias sent out Latios, Ash is like, Latios.
Either that, or he could have just learned it in off-screen land. Like, let's be real.
He could have, but he didn't because this is Ash we're talking about. He learned Pokemon when he sees them by going, oh, what's this? And scanning them with the Pokedex.
True. Like, how often does he actually sit down and study Pokemon? Never.
Yeah, exactly. They've tried to get him to do it, and he's terrible at it.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Like there was that whole thing in DP when he was like in Candace's class, and he just failed miserably.
Yeah. I remember that. I remember that. It just feels so good to finally have Dawn back after almost a decade.
It does, yeah.
Like, what other kind of possibilities do we have for next week's episode? Outside of what we talked about already.
Well, it seems like the Matori Matrix are going to appear to capture Darkrai and Cresselia because by coincidence they're in the same place.
Because of course they have to.
Which basically means Jesse and James are irrelevant.
Yep.
And if Jesse and James are relevant, that probably means they'll get blasted off almost immediately.
Pretty much.
They're gonna battle the Matori Matrix. They're gonna. I don't know what's gonna happen. Ghost probably gonna end up with Cresselia by the end of it. Whatever, or Dara. I don't know. Just
Yeah, I definitely see Go catching one of them. It's probably
Cresselia
gonna,
seems easy to catch since it's injured, but
it's probably going to be Darkrai. I think I see Go catching, given
yeah,
how much
yeah,
of today's episode that he and Ash spent trying to look for it.
yeah, but like, at the same time, like reporting.
Whoa, you're really breaking up, Callum.
Like that's not I heard. Oh, yeah, can you hear me? Oh shit. Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay. Like that's only something I've heard. Like I don't know if it's true or not, but like last week, people were going on about how like Ash was maybe going to command Darkrai or something, or Darkrai was like looking for Ash, which makes me hope that it's the same one from Ride of Darkrai, but also
I doubt
we
it.
haven't seen the town from Ride of Darkrai, so I doubt it.
Yeah, like there
'Cause,
has
like
been
that
no.
Darkrai seemed very connected to that one city.
Yeah, which would be Alamos Town.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I don't know its name, but yes.
But I
I
don't.
don't think it's Ride of Dark. I don't think it's the one from the movie.
I don't
Like
think so either.
we already got like this the subtle reference to the movie.
Could you imagine if that's the darker that Tobias used to use and was
If
forced
it
and
was,
was forced to get rid of it?
I would hate that, like, because it's like, yes, I hate that Tobias had a dark eye, but they've already committed to him having a dark eye, so don't make him release it.
Or darker would just be all right, I'm gonna head out.
Yeah, like that'd be so dumb.
Like, I don't know. Like, it's tough to say, honestly.
Look, out of all the characters that they would ever bring back, I doubt they would ever bring back Tobias. Like the start of today's episode where Ash mentions battling Darkrai is going to be the only reference that Tobias is ever going to get ever in the anime again.
Yep, it will. Absolutely.
Like, yes, I would like to see. I would like to see Ash kick Tobias' ass.
Yeah.
No, but also, I would not like to see Tobias again. So
True. I needed to go back and watch this episode again because there was so much to process with this. Even though
yeah,
it wasn't super fast paced, but it still felt like it ended when it was just starting to pick up. At least to me.
yeah,
Because I was like, oh, we're about to see some good stuff then. And then it, bam, ends. And I'm like, what?
yeah. Like that's what I was saying earlier. It ended like episode 2 of DP.
Yeah. Like, I wouldn't exactly call it a cliffhanger because, this, like I said, like we said, this is really just building up to the second part of the special. But, like, it certainly felt like it when we watched it for the first time. At least to me. Because
Yeah.
I was like, wait, that's it? But anyway, I do want to go back to Chloe for a bit, as there was a point that I made earlier this week that I just kind of wanted to rant about, and it's about Ponyta again. Well,
Oh my god.
I won't
forgot
shut up.
about
I'm not gonna shut up about it. Like, this will probably be the only time I'll rant about it in the podcast because I don't want it to. I don't want to add like a spoiled brat, but like. There were some possibilities that I came up with as to how we can have some more Pokemon be on Chloe's team, and I feel like we'll start seeing some more development for Chloe after the special. Because
I mean, like, we've already gotten a lot of development for her. Like, in general, like this just seems to be using Dawn to do that more.
yeah, so something's telling me that that they're starting to build up a new addition to her team. Hence the egg that we
Well,
saw at the beginning of the episode. And
yeah,
I think whatever is going to come out of that is going to be Chloe's second Pokemon. So,
yeah.
as much as I want
I
it to be
think so too.
Ponyta or even Yamper, I think it is going to be whatever's going to hatch out of that egg. But like,
I cannot imagine a Ponyta hatching from an egg. Like, that would be really really weird.
yeah, like
Like as a horse, like having a horse hatch from an egg, just
it does not make sense for the anime.
yeah, like it looks like it would look wrong because like it would just feel wrong because it's a horse.
Yeah,
Like horses are mammals, but also like the only time it makes sense is in the game because they have the flash of light and then the horse is standing there.
yeah, exactly.
But in the anime, there's a flash of light, but also it's like, the Pokemon is normally curled up when it hatches, like it's been in like it's been in an egg.
Yeah, exactly.
No egg, like if you're gonna do a Ponyta egg, it would have to be fucking massive.
Yeah, exactly. But like, I feel like if they really were to actually give Chloe Ponyta, they would have her go back to Gumatangle to meet that one she met.
Yeah, exactly, because they've already,
They built up that bond already.
yeah.
Like,
I feel like the egg is just gonna be a single starter. Like,
yeah, like we said already.
like it's going to be a popular single Pokemon.
Yeah, it's gotta be one of the starters.
Like one of the starters, Baniri or Pachirisu maybe. I don't know.
I doubt it's gonna be either Veneria or Pantravisu. Yes,
Yeah,
they're really
I
popular
know that
Pokemon.
they're iconic to Dawn, but at the same time, they're cute Pokemon that wouldn't look wrong coming out of eggs
True.
from Sinnoh. Let me just
Or just have it be a Pidgeot for the just for the jokes.
that'd be adorable though. Beedrill is awesome.
Yeah, like it would definitely be cute, but it would also be kind of funny, like us doing all this big brain analysis and have it be a Bidoof.
Yes. Although we do know that Pokemon do love Beedrill because they had a whole month dedicated to it. But
They had a whole week dedicated to it,
a week that was it.
including a Peter Rickroll, which is still the best thing ever.
It was really weird, yeah, but I loved it.
It was so weird, it worked.
Yeah, it
But
could be a happy name.
I was thinking about Happiny.
Yeah, like
Although,
I don't want it to be happy name because there's no way you can ever top Brock Happy.
yeah, exactly.
Like Brock Happy is as a literal god.
Yeah,
Literally, it's like the physically strongest Pokemon ever in the anime.
yeah.
Um, and like, there's no way you can ever top the comedy of a Happiny like lifting an entire mountain.
Yeah, you just can't.
Yeah. There's like Mime Junior, I guess, but like that'll be a slap in the face.
Yeah, especially since we already have Mimey at Cerise's laboratory.
Oh yeah, that. No, but that's a slap in the face because of James's Mime Junior.
True, I didn't think about that.
Yeah, he deserves his meme he deserves his meme back.
Yeah.
Um,
Although, I just thought of something actually. Speaking of James's Mime Jr., that gave me a thought. Could you imagine if James Mime Jr. came back to evolve into Galarian Mr. Mime? That would be a really cool Sword and Shield promotion,
like,
although that would be a little too late for it.
it would be interesting, but at the same time, I don't. I like James just having Mime Junior.
Yeah. Like, it's just a random thought that I had when you brought it up.
Yeah,
I just have to share it.
yeah, I get it.
It's just a funny thought. It's never gonna happen, but
Yeah, let's think. Cherubi, like, could
no.
I can see Goharu with a Cherum, but
Yeah, I thought you said Skorupi. I'm stupid.
oh no, Cherubi.
It sounded so similar to me. I'm stupid.
No, you're not.
Then yeah, Sharon would be a good fit for Chloe.
Um, if it's an Apom, we riot.
The outcry if they gave her a palm.
Yeah. I would go. There's one like right next door.
Exactly.
Go catch it. You're in Vermilion.
Oh my god, people would be freaking livid.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm already imagining it.
Munchlax, there's Munchlax too.
I kind of see it, but at the same time, probably not.
Yeah. Wait. Oh God.
Oh, what?
No. They didn't show the egg at all.
Yeah.
There's one very specific egg in the Pokemon world.
What?
Fion.
Oh god. Nah, wait a second. Are you pointing that out because we saw Manaphy on the magazine that Chloe was carrying?
that's not why I'm pointing out, but it is, but that did happen. Yes. Um, the thing that just they didn't show the egg at all, like as if it was some sort of secret, right?
Yeah.
The Owen would kind of be the perfect thing to hide if that was the case.
I
Plus, at the same
mean,
time, could like, why would they be so? Why would they all be so focused on one random egg, unless it was special?
yeah. But I don't think it's gonna. I don't think it's gonna Fiona though.
Hmm. I, hmm, I don't know.
Like I feel like that's probably the
Like
least
if
likely
it is
Pokemon that we'll
Fiona,
see.
if it is Fiona, I feel like Go would probably get it instead. But
Yeah, I feel like if it really were Fiona, then Go would catch it, not Chloe.
yeah,
It would be weird to see Chloe raise a Fiona. Like, what?
uh,
Like I feel like
be fair,
I feel like that's something that Lana would be raising. Like, come on,
yeah,
or even Misty for that matter.
yeah. Although I do think that the anime could probably make it work though. But
True,
um,
but the point still stands.
yeah,
Like, as we said, like I still think that whatever this egg is gonna be is gonna go to Chloe, no matter what Pokemon's gonna be.
yeah. Like
Like that bit is just way too obvious.
or just watch the egg never comes back again, and it was just an excuse for Garu to go to cinema alone.
You know what? I could see that happening too. Actually, I didn't think about that.
Yeah, I hope that's not the case, but like
Like, why
an
mention
egg
the egg?
seems like such a specific thing to have, but at the same time, we've been disappointed before.
Exactly. So
So,
I,
so,
if
so maybe we just stop speculating.
yeah, because I feel like we're getting too deep into this.
Yeah, it could just be a throwaway reason.
Exactly. Like, oh god, it wouldn't surprise me, but at the same time, it would be a little disappointing.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I got so caught up in that discussion that I actually forgot to discuss what I was about to talk about for Chloe. About my
Oh,
about my points about her
what was it?
because as stated earlier, I don't expect Chloe to have a set goal after the special ends, but like the special could very well be used to expand her interests, and that will probably get her thinking about what Pokemon she would want to raise after the fact, which will then get her thinking about that Galarian Ponyta. There I go, going back to it again.
Yeah,
But like, but they could tie this in because you can have Chloe going back to Tango while also having Ash go challenge Opal in a hyperclass battle.
yeah,
Think about that. Like you can kill two birds with one stone right there. That's a whole arc setup right there. That's a whole two-part special.
yeah, yeah. You're right.
This is what I call a big brain moment. But I would really like to see not only that Ponyta again, but also Opal again.
Oh yeah, definitely. Opal was really fun in that episode.
Yeah, we need her again. And I feel like
Me too.
having Opal be in hyperclass would make a lot of sense.
Yeah, cause she's a Galar gym leader.
Exactly.
But at the same time, Opal doesn't really seem like Opal's trying to retire, so I don't think she'd be in the tournament anyway.
I can see. So in that case, I think it could also be Bede going in her
Yeah,
place.
I think Bede's more likely.
Didn't you mention that when I was making those points out earlier this week?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I did.
Because I feel like either of those two will be a solid possibility for a hyperclass battle in Bal and Leah.
Yeah,
Plus, also, I just feel like having that whole episode in the Guma Tangle and then like never going back again will leave a sour taste in my mouth. Because don't get me wrong,
yeah,
it's a fantastic episode. I love it to pieces. But I need to see like a second part to this. Like, where does it go from here? Like, is Chloe gonna go back
Yeah,
to get that ponytail? Like, why bond with that Pokemon if you're not gonna at least think about it? You know?
yeah. Like that's what happens every time someone bonds with a Pokemon in the anime with me. I'm like, you have a close bond with this Pokemon. Just fucking catch it.
Exactly.
Like, cause like Brock has befriended three separate Nuzleafs, um,
But never caught any.
in three separate episodes.
But never caught any of them.
Yeah, despite the fact that the Nuzleaf fits him super well.
I don't
Uh,
want the Great Pony to fall victim to that kind of scenario. Because that would leave me very salty.
yeah, same.
Also, actually, that got me thinking, something completely different, but I'll get to that in a moment. Oh, I think I mentioned in the group chat that Honey and Sam and I are in, I mentioned, could you imagine the uproar if Dawn had Galarian Rapidash before Chloe got Ponyta? Like, I don't,
Yeah,
I would love
th-
it, but at the same time, I'd be like, really? You're gonna pull that? But like, that also got me thinking, if Dawn is gonna have to do a brand new Pokemon, one that isn't evolved, maybe they could save it for the contest and have save Mamoswine for this upcoming battle next week.
yeah. I guess. I think he'll just. Wait a minute. Let me check. I'm gonna send something to a non-voice channel. I think.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go. Look at the seal. It's Piplup.
Yeah, those are bubbles, so it looks like she is gonna be using Piplup at least. Looks like this is gonna be an appeals round, so it looks like she's using Piplup for this performance.
Yep.
But also,
Also, this outfit has new
it,
significance now because
it
it
has
seems
a
to
whole
be
lunar theme
inspired.
going on.
Yeah, exactly. Like I think we both just realized that at the same time.
Well, I think we've known this for a while. I mean,
Yeah, like
because I think I touched on this with Sam when we first saw when this preview first dropped.
oh okay, because I wasn't in the episode, I don't think so.
Yeah, you missed that.
Yeah, but yeah, like the lunar theme seems like that's just a connection to Corsalia.
Probably. Or it's possible that after this conflict is concluded, that will get Dawn thinking about Cresselia and have an outfit themed after Cresselia or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
That would also make sense.
true.
Because as much as awesome as it would be to see Dawn with Cresselia, she's not gonna catch it.
No, like they're not gonna have someone who's not a main character anymore catch a legendary
And then to never be
because
spoken of for like many years.
yeah, because that would be like that would be like
That would be a kick in the face.
that would be like Tobias, I guess. Like, oh, he appears with this legendary, and they're not important.
And I'm like, oh no, no, forget if you saw that.
Yeah, like it would be more like if Dawn would like if you're gonna have a main character if you're gonna have a companion of Ash's catch a legendary, the best time to do it is when they're actually a companion of Ash's.
Yeah, so Go would fit that role then.
Yeah, I he's already caught Suicune, so.
Exactly. Although he hasn't used Suicune since he caught it, so
No, because Suicune went.
it went on its
Peace.
own.
Yeah, it's like I am in your Pokédex.
And I'm
Goodbye.
gone. So like, I don't think. So like I said, Dawn and Cresselia make a natural fit for each other, but it's not. She's not gonna catch it because, like you said, it would be a waste for a past companion to come back only to catch a legendary and then not be seen for another few years.
Yeah, like having them catch a legendary should be a big deal.
Exactly. Like,
Um,
and if a legendary really were to be caught, then I feel like I feel like there would have been a little bit of build up to that.
Yeah,
But from what I remember so far today, there hasn't.
yeah, exactly. Honestly, to me, if Dawn's gonna get a legendary, it should be Mesprit, but
Yeah, true.
because Mesprit was basically her equivalent to Ash's Hole.
Yeah.
Um, kind of like, and if there's any legendary that I should catch, I don't know. There's about a million legendaries that I should catch. Could he like, yeah? Could he befriended like most of them? But
Yeah.
but like to me, like if there's one that I should catch most of all, it's Ali Latias. But if there's one that he should catch most of all that he hasn't befriended, I guess it's Ho. But whatever. Just
Or Azelf.
or Azelf actually. Yeah.
But I do agree with those two though.
Yeah. Like to to me, it's just more like I feel like Dawn should get Mesprit if she gets any legendary, but
Yeah.
at the same time,
Cresselia,
Cresselia has always been more likely because it's not like because Cresselia isn't like vital for like the ecosystem of, or rather vital for like the preservation of the Pokemon world, whereas the late guardians are the only things keeping the elegant Palkia from just fucking over the world.
yeah, exactly.
Uh,
But anyway, I need I just want next week to happen already because
yeah,
'cause
same.
today's episode was already great.
Yeah,
but
it was.
Next week is honestly looking even better
Yeah,
because wow.
yeah. Like I'm glad that with Dawn they actually did. They actually just straight up just had a montage of Dajobu.
They did more, and also they made it more than one episode this time.
Yeah, which I'm hoping we get that. I'm hoping that becomes a trend in the future.
That should be the standard going forward.
Yeah, I'm hoping that they bring back Brock, and that they show Krogunk, and that they do that for 2 episodes.
I feel like if they're gonna bring back Brock, they're gonna bring back Misty at the same time, though. Let's be real.
Probably. Yeah, no, probably. But here's the thing. But DP remakes Krogunk.
Yes.
So I feel like because of DP remakes, they have to show off Krogunk with Brock because if they don't, I will riot.
You will be livid.
They already shafting my boy in tournament. I do not need no Brock's Krogunk in journeys.
And also, actually, that brings me to another point of speaking of past characters coming back, because apparently we're gonna be seeing Volkner relatively soon.
Well, yeah, same.
Isn't that coming? Isn't that coming like next month?
20th of August, I believe.
Okay.
I believe. Yeah, because like I heard about that in our server. So yes.
Yeah. So
It was like an electrifying hyperglass battle. But
yeah, that screams Volkner.
But like, who the fuck else could it be? They've already shown a silhouette.
Yeah, exactly. So this doesn't really come as a surprise. Well, although it's great to see that it's happening this soon.
Yeah. It's like the anime is ramping up the PDSP marketing.
Oh, absolutely.
Way before the actual marketing.
Absolutely. Like, but also it's ironic that we're getting more promotion in the anime than from the Pokemon Company talking about the actual games themselves.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Uh,
It's really weird.
it's really weird, yes.
But also,
Right.
and also
I expect Flint to be like
I was
the guy who's like who explains to Go this is what's happening in the battle.
I was about to bring up Flint.
Yeah, like I expect Flint to take the same role that Drayden did in the Irish episode, that Chuck did in the B episode, that the Karate King did in the other B episode.
Oh, definitely. Like, that's probably a given at this point.
Yeah, like, because
Like, we even talked about...
you cannot show Volkner without Flynn. It's literally impossible.
Exactly. Like, we literally talked about that in an earlier episode.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be hype.
Yeah.
And apparently we're also going back to Alola for something completely different.
Yeah, that seems like it's gonna be a filler, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, because I haven't heard that many people talking about it, so it seems like it's not gonna be that significant. They could surprise us though, because
Yeah,
we
like,
actually because
I
we don't have
hope
footage
it's not
yet.
a filler, but like, was it?
We don't have footage of either of those episodes yet.
Yeah, it's true, but like, I'm just saying, like, they'll just based purely on the title, the Alola episode seems like a filler.
Yeah, until we get a until we get the
It
summary.
is a race.
Until we get a summary, that's all we can really hope for or expect, really.
Yeah, because like, 'cause the title is like, it has like, the title is something to do with a race,
So
and it's which makes me think that that they're going to be like,
part of me wants it to be involving Mantine surfing.
yeah, but they already showed that in the.
Bro, I forgot about that. Derp.
Yeah, because like, Ash and Misty flirted while competing with each other.
Oh my god, I forgot about that.
Yeah, so like they already showed that
But like,
in the second Brock and Misty
I
appearance.
just want Mantine surfing back, man. It's really underrated.
Yeah. Yes.
Well, we don't really have much else to talk about that because we only have the title,
Yeah.
nothing else. We have no footage, and we don't even have a summary because it's still really
Yeah.
far. It's still really far out. Like we're still another
Yeah.
month. We're still another month away from Volkner.
Yep.
And is the second Alola episode coming before or after Volkner though?
I
forget.
think it's one after.
Okay.
Yeah, Volkner is gonna be fun though. Like,
Oh, that's gonna be fun. I want Ash to bring my Torterra for for that battle.
I so did I, but
It needs redemption.
so that, yeah, I know it really does. I hope that it does, but he's not gonna do it. He's not gonna bring back Mons just to battle Volkner. It's like, he's gonna use like
Probably Vicario.
probably hopefully Gengar.
Yeah, we need more action for Gengar.
Yeah, hopefully like Gengar and Lucario, since Lucario hasn't seen much action since Lucario hasn't seen much action in a while,
Yeah.
and Gengar, because Gengar literally hadn't battled since Karina.
Exactly. So, I think those two should be top contenders for that battle.
Yeah,
But who else? Who else should he use?
well, I feel like it's probably gonna be a 2-on-2.
True.
Literally every battle so far had either been 1v1 or 2v2. All the important ones have been 2v2.
Yeah. So, part of me also wants to see Surfetch, but also,
We saw him recently enough.
yeah. So I think we should. Hopefully, we'll be seeing some more focus on Vicario and Gengar relatively soon.
Yeah.
But
Like, like we could see Dracovish too, because like he didn't get much in the Irish battle, but
yeah.
but
true.
even then, I want Gengar more.
Yeah, Gengar definitely needs more development than Dracovish.
Mainly because Gengar's been around longer.
Yeah, exactly.
Also, it'd be funny if if Volkner actually used his Raichu this time.
Oh
and,
yeah.
and so Gengar's whole role on the team would be beating up Raichu's, because that's what it did and Athletic Viscous.
Oh yeah. But anyway, I don't think I have anything else that I want to talk about for this week. What about you?
No.
Alright, so I think we'll end on that note. We had actually quite a productive episode this week. But with all that said, I want to thank you for tuning in. Until next time, through it all, we're still a family. One trained family.